Bryshere Gray quickly became a household name when he starred as Hakeem Lyon in the hit TV series Empire. Everyone who watched the series loved his portrayal of the young, rebellious, yet immensely talented Lyon son, and it even gathered him a dedicated fan base. There were even rumors that he was being paid $20,000 on each episode of the series. So, essentially, this guy was at the peak of his career, and the doors of Hollywood were wide open for him. However, everything came to a stop, his reputation took a hit, and the doors of Hollywood shut following the back-to-back controversies that he found himself in. So, what exactly happened to Bryshere Gray? Let's find out.
I'm hearing this, and I'm hearing that. But none of it's true though.
Bryshere Gray's story is the typical rise from nothing to stardom. He was born in Germantown on November 28, 1993, and like Will Smith, was raised in West Philadelphia in the absence of his father by his single mother. When he was 5 years old, ADHD. Gray played football at Overbrook High School, but he switched to music after getting injured when he was 16 years old. And from then he began to delve into music, especially rap, using his talent as a street performer to earn money and help his single mother afford their expenses. Gray also worked at Pizza Hut, where he used his first paycheck to pay for and make his first music video. In an interview, Gray told Vibe magazine that he promoted this video everywhere on Facebook at all hours of the day.
Come on, I need the real stuff, like, you know.
Unfortunately, he was fired for writing music at work. With more time on his hands, Gray committed himself to making music, and eventually, his efforts paid off as he met his manager, Charlie Mack, who coincidentally is good friends with Will Smith. His career kicked off in 2013 by performing at music festivals under the moniker Yaz the Greatest, and since then, he has performed at different music festivals, including Jay-Z's Made in America Festival, the Roots Picnic Festival, and Power 99 FM's Powerhouse Concert. He was also the opening act for rappers such as Fabulous and 2 Chainz. Still in 2013, Gray released his debut single, Respect, but it wasn't until 2 years later, in 2015, that he was able to do a video audition for Lee Daniels' new show, Empire. Fortunately for Gray, Lee loved his flow, and he was flown out to LA to audition in person. There, he met with the other show's stars, including Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard. The rest, as they say, is history. According to Gray, he was actually homeless at one point before he landed his role on Empire. Gray's role in Empire naturally catapulted him to the spotlight, earning him a dedicated fan base. He capitalized on his newfound fame and success, and was able to snag another role, where he played the role of Michael Bivins in the 2017 BET miniseries, chronicling the rise of R&B group New Edition. His versatility as an actor was further demonstrated through appearances in films like Honey, Rise Up and Dance, Canal Street, and Sprinter, which showcased his range and talent. The sky seemed to be the limit for Gray, and he even had plans to release a studio album and go on a tour. However, things began to happen that would make him lose everything. In June 2019, Gray was pulled over for a random stop in Chicago, and the cops discovered his car's documents didn't match the registration. In addition, he was found to be driving without a license. However, both were marked as misdemeanors, so he went on with his life, but his legal troubles continued into 2020.
I got hurt playing football, and I just wanted to, do something different.
After Empire ended in April 2020, TMZ reported that when Gray moved out of his rented apartment, his landlord actually sued for over $26,000 in damages. According to the landlord's documents, Gray left toilets clogged, used condoms around, and even dog poop smeared throughout the apartment. The landlord also demanded an additional $7,000 to cover attorney fees. While Gray was still battling with this legal issue, something even more serious happened 3 months later. In July 2020, a woman named Candace Jimdar ran into the street to ask for help from a random passerby. She went to the police and told them that her husband physically assaulted her for several hours and strangled her until she lost consciousness. According to her, they had an argument which began after she confronted her husband about having messages from other women on his cell phone. She said that her husband said the messages were fake before he started attacking her. It was obvious that she was truly assaulted because she had visible injuries and was carried to the hospital while the police attempted to take her husband to the police station.
Turn them lights out. You can have all my cash.
It took the SWAT team and crisis negotiators about 9 hours beginning from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning to persuade her husband to surrender. And, as most of you can guess, her husband was none other than Bryshere Gray. Gray was immediately taken to custody, looking almost unrecognizable in his mugshot. While he was questioned by the police, Gray defended himself by saying, "I have a career. I'm an artist. I have a lot to lose." He also referred to Candace as his best friend, and when he was asked if they were married, he said they were in a way, but they had an open relationship and that he was okay with her having a boyfriend, since he was busy with his career. However, the police later found out that they had actually gotten married legally 9 months before the incident occurred. Gray's inconsistent answer was shocking, but his wife later revealed that Gray was diagnosed with not just ADHD, but also bipolar disorder, and he refused to take his medication.
We're willing to be here today. Are you excited?
Excited.
Yeah, man.
Critics' Choice Awards.
Gray was eventually charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor assault, and misdemeanor disorderly conduct, to which he pled guilty and was sentenced to 10 days in county jail in addition to 3 years of probation, which started in May 2021. Unfortunately for Gray, and of course several other women, the incident with his ex-wife wasn't his last run-in with domestic violence. In November 2022, TMZ reported another incident in which cops were called because a woman he was seeing said that his behavior was escalating and she was concerned for her safety. According to her, he allegedly threw a box of food at her and pulled her hair. Gray also had a domestic-related disturbance the month before, which he didn't tell his probation officer about. So, he was arrested again after a judge signed a warrant for the domestic violence charges in addition to a probation violation. While these are some of the reasons why his career fell, rumors began to spread in late 2023 that the real reason why Gray's career fell was because he was sexually abused by Dissy Combs and Will Smith. According to the rumors, Will Smith, who Gray knew through his manager, was acting as some kind of mentor to him, and then he introduced him to Diddy Combs, who promised to help him build his rapping career. But then Gray became part of the long list of young men sexually abused by Sean Diddy Combs, and when he wanted to report it, he was blacklisted from Hollywood by Diddy and Will Smith. While these claims haven't been corroborated, it seems like Gray is now making steps toward reinvigorating his career. After not posting on Instagram since July 2023, Bryshere shared his first post on Jan 30, 2024, making a heart with his hands on his chest and the caption, "Drop a here if you're ready for what God has for you in 2024. So, perhaps he's finally changing his ways. Do you think Bryshere Gray can ever have a comeback? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.